graduating group had a guest speaker. I can't remember her name, but what I can remember is how eloquent she spoke. She had humor, she had confidence, she had poise. And when she finished her speech, everyone gave her a standing ovation. This interested me. So in my curiosity, I grabbed her for a minute of her time to ask her, how did she get to speak so well? How did she learn to do that? Where did it come from? And she said, Toastmasters. Now, I had not a clue what Toastmasters was. I'd never heard of Toastmasters. But she was so busy answering questions from the other people in the group that she didn't have the time to explain it to me. So I pondered about it and I thought about it for a couple of weeks. And finally, I got on my computer and I Googled Toastmasters of Houston, Texas. So when I did that, I pulled up a lot of Toastmaster groups here in Houston. But the one that stuck out the most was Daybreakers. And it fit my time schedule. It was on my way to work. So I decided to, get the location, get everything I needed to come, and I attended. And at that time, I met John Martin, and he explained what the Toastmasters was, and I met a lot of wonderful other people here, some of you who are in the room now, are who I met. So through that experience, I decided that I wanted to join. So I joined Toastmasters, and when I joined, I was given 2 catalogs. And one of the catalogs was catalog number 225. This catalog, now each of you probably got catalog number 225 too. It's the Competent Communication Manual, and it's filled with 10 speeches that you're to give, projects for speeches. So now this catalog, I became passionate about it. I was like, oh, well, this is the key to get to where she was. This is the key. This is what I need for my next step. So that was in August of 2007. So I received the catalog, and then I gave my first icebreaker speech in September of 2007. And then my journey began. The challenge was to give my 10 speeches in a year, but that didn't happen. My icebreaker speech, during the icebreaker speech, you introduce yourself to the club, and the club learned more about you. So that's what happened inside of the club. But I want you to know that not only did this book help me inside of the club, it helped me professionally on my job, and it also helped me personally. So when I gave my icebreaker speech, it actually opened up a new way of thinking for me. It's like, oh, it's not bad to tell people about who you are. So I started opening up more at work, and I started telling people at work about myself, whereas before I wasn't. And now I'm known as the person who keeps the team together. I'm the motivator, and I'm the person that makes everyone get along. And that's all because of my icebreaker. So then I did project number 2. I learned to organize your speech. And so in my process of learning to organize my speech, I also learned to organize my world and organize my environment. So that was a major project. In project number 3, I learned how to get to the point. There was no more beating around the bush. I could say what I mean and mean what I say. It was so good that my daughter said, "What happened to you?" So catalog number 225 was affecting my life in every way. And it was in 2007, and that's all that happened in 2007. And so by March of 2008, I was halfway through catalog number 225. There's a space in here where you evaluate yourself. So I evaluated myself, and I seem to be doing pretty good. And during that time, I was getting better at my speaking, and my confidence was building, but I still had some fear. And I still had to use my notes, as I do today. And I was constantly had to constantly remind myself what FDR said. The only thing you have to fear is fear itself. So there were 5 more speeches to go, and my journey was continuing. I had a vision, I had a purpose, and I had a goal. Projects number 6 and 7, vocal variety and researcher topic provided me the most fun. I enjoyed the process. I'm a researcher by nature. I love the library. Then in May of 2008, my mother was diagnosed with cancer of the lung. And through that time, caring for her and the things that she needed to stay healthy, my journey and my projects came to a slow pace. I enjoyed the time with my mother, and then she transitioned to a better place. And eventually, I returned to catalog number 225. When I completed projects number 8 and number 9, getting comfortable with visual aids and persuade with power, I was on the edge of looking over into the valley of success. I am bringing you today project number 10. So now my catalog number 225 is complete. It was a wonderful journey. So I want to ask the question, how far have you come in your journey? How far have you come in your catalog number 225? You can ask yourself, where did the time go? Why has it taken so long? Or does it really matter? And I'm here to tell you that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what, all that matters is the outcome. So why did you join Toastmasters? It was a time for you to improve yourself, fulfill some goals in your life, and become the person you always wanted to be. And it was a time for me to earn a reward. So it's time for you to become a competent communicator that you have come here to be. You have nothing to lose but your limitations. So, to leave you with part of a poem that I found, it says, so stick to the fight when your heart is hit. When things seem worse, that's when you must not quit. So here's to all the competent communicators in the room.